Mahendra from EC Department, Institute of Technology and Science. Today we are going to do scattering parameters of magic T experiment. In this experiment, we are going to derive the S parameters of magic T. The main aim of this experiment is to study the S parameters of magic T. So, the scattering parameters of magic T. We required apertures is the main one is Klystron power supply, Klystron mount and Klystron tube, isolator, frequency meter, variable attenuator, match termination, and magic T, waveguide stands, detector mount, cooling and cooling purpose, CRO and BNC cable. This much of apertures we require to do the experiment. Now coming to the block diagram, this is the block diagram for magic T. Okay, first we are applying the Klystron power supplies to the Klystron mount to generate the microwaves. The microwaves will move to the isolator. Here we are using isolator to isolate the power. Why we are using the isolator? The isolator transmits only one direction supply. That is, isolator transmits the microwaves to only one direction. It's not allows to back. So we are using isolator. Here we are using a variable attenuator to attenuate the power, but we are keeping the variable attenuator in minimum position. There is the minimum attenuation. So the maximum power will be moved to transmits to frequency meter. Here the frequency meter to use the microwave frequency we can calculate by using frequency meter. The magic T is connected to the frequency meter. Here we are using two matched load because the magic T is 4 network. We are using one port to take the detector mount for output purpose. Two ports should be matched with matched termination or matched load. Finally, we are taking the output from detector mount. The output we can see in CRO. Okay, this is the block diagram of magic T. Now we are going to derive the S parameter. We are going to do the construction of magic T. The magic T is combination of E plane and H plane T. We are also called as a hybrid T. The magic T has 4 ports: port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4. This is the port 4 network. Now we are going to observe the working of magic T. Here, the port 1, port 2 are collier ports. Port 3 and port 4 are called as isolated ports. When microwave source are applied to port 3, the power will be divided between port 1 and port 2 equally with 180 degree phase shift. If apply the microwave source from H on, the power will be divided port 1, port 2 without any phase. If the microwave source given from port 4, the power will be divided between port 1 and port 2 with 180 degree phase shift. This is called the E arm, this is called H arm. Okay. The port 1, port 2 are collier ports and port 3, port 4 are isolated ports. Now we are going to observe the properties of this magic T. As for the H plane property, S13 equals to H23. When applying to the microwave source at port 3, the power will be divided port 1 and port 2. This is the S13, S23. Here we are applying input at port 3, we are getting output at port 1. That is equals to input at port 3, output at port 2. It is S23. S13 is equals to S23. As per E plane property, we can write S24 is equals to minus S14 because the 180 degree phase shift we are assigning the negative sign there. And port 3, port 4 are isolated ports. So we can write S34 is equals to S43 is equals 0. When applying the power at port 3, there is no power at port 4. When you are applying when you are giving the source at port 3, port 4, at port 3 is 0 power. So we can write as S34 is equals to S43 is equals to 0. As it is, the port 3 and port 4 are perfectly matched. So we can write S33 is equals to 0, S44 is equal to 0. Why are writing S33 0? When giving the source at port 3, the reflection power is 0. As it is, when giving the microwave source at port 4, the reflection of microwave is 0. So we can write S33 is equal to 0, S44 is equal to 0. By using this value, we can modify the scattering parameters S matrix is S11, S12, S13, S14. Instead of S21, we can write S12. As for the symmetry property, we can write Sij equals to Sj. So S12 is equal to S21, S13 is equal to S31. S24 is equals to 42, S14 is equals to S41, and S23 is equals to S32, and S34 is equal to S43. By using these values, we can reduce the S matrix. That is S11, S12, S13, S14, S12, S23, S13 minus S14. Here S13, S13, 0, 0, 0, 0. We are substituting the value of S34, S43, S33 and S44. Okay. We are applying one more property, that is the unitary matrix, unitary property, that is S of conjugate of S of equals to unitary matrix. Okay. As a unitary property, we can write this is S of conjugate S is equals to unitary matrix. We can write S11, S12, S13, S14, S12, S22, S13 minus S14, S13, S13, 0, 0, S14 minus S14, 0, 0 of conjugate of the matrix. So S11 conjugate, we can write at this is equals to unitary matrix 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. Okay, now we are going to multiply the rows and column of matrices. Okay, now first we are taking R1 C1 S11 into S11 square, S11 square plus S12 square, S13 square plus S14 square is equals to 1, and it is R2 C2. That is row 2, column 2. Actually, in between we have to calculate the modulo. Okay. Now R2C2 modulo of S12 square plus modulo of S22 square modulo of S13 square modulo of S14 square. In modulo the minus will be plus, and R3C3 modulo of S13 square plus S13 square equals to 1, and R4C4 S14 modulo of S14 square equals to 1. Okay, we can write this equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 4. From equation number 3, we can find the S13 value as
from equation
3, we can write S13 equals to 1 by root 2. From equation 4, we can write S14 is equals to 1 by root 2. We got from 3 and 4 we got S13 value and S14 value. Now we are going to do there are the other values, that is we are going to subtract equation 1 minus equation 2. R1 C1 The common terms will be cancelled. That is S11 square S11 equals to S T. This is a 4-port network. Port 1, port 2, port 3, port 4. So the combination of E plane T and H plane T. This is H plane T. This is E plane T. The combination of E plane and H plane T we call as magic T. We can call it as hybrid T also. Port 1, port 2 are collinear ports, and port 3, port 4 are isolated ports. When power applied to the port 3, the power will be equally divided between port 1 and port 2 without any phase. If we apply the input source, microwave source to port 4, the power will be divided between port 1 and port 2 equally out of phase. Okay. Now we are going to do the practicals. This is the Klystron power supply. This is the microwave bench setup. Klystron tube with mount with tube, isolator, variable attenuator, frequency meter, detector mount. Okay, now we are going to do the Klystron power supply. This is the modulation section. This is the beam voltage, ripple voltage, display section, beam voltage, beam current, ripple voltage. By using this knob, we can vary the beam voltage, beam current, and ripple voltage. Okay. In modulation section, we have to keep the knob at AM mode because we are doing the amplitude modulation. So we keep it at AM mode. Okay. Now we are going to do the experiment. I'm going to on power supply, Klystron power supply. Observe the beam voltage I am keeping at 235 volts. Note the current, beam current. Observe the beam current. Yes, it is increasing. When beam current increases, then only the microwave will generate. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to do, note down the maximum square wave input, note down the ripple voltage. Okay, at 200 ripple voltage, we got a maximum square wave input and CRO. Note down the CRO input voltage. Okay. Now we are going to connect magic T to get the scattering parameters. First we have to connect the magic T. We are applying voltage, input voltage at port 1. So we have to connect detector mount at port 2. 3 and 4 remain close to with alpha of magic termination. We have to keep like that. We have to close like this. By using magic termination, here we are giving detector mount to calculate the output. So like that we have to do same input. We have to keep here. We have to calculate at output voltage at port 3 by connecting the detector mount. Like that we have to calculate all ports at all. We have to calculate the output at. We have to find out the output at port 1 and port 2 and port 3. Like that we have to connect the input at port 4. We have to calculate port 1, port 2 and port 3. Here when we are connecting the input at port 3, the power will be divided between port 1 and port 2 equally out of phase, without any phase. Here we can't take any, we will not get any output at port 3. Port 4, we are connected to port 3, 0 output at port 4. Then the power will be divided between port 1 and port 2. We will get the maximum output. It will be divided. We have taken, we applied 20 millivolts voltage at port 3. We got output at port 1 is 10 millivolts. Like that we have to connect the detector mount at port 2 and remaining closed with match termination, we have to do all values. And the next step is we have to connect the output at input at port 4. We have to take output at port 1 and port 2 and port 3. At port 3 we will get the 0. Like that we have to connect input at port 1 and port 2. We have to take all remaining output values by using detector mode. Remaining will be closed using magic termination. Like that we have to take all values. After taking the values, we have to compare the theoretical value and practical values. Now note down the values. We have to calculate the apply the all S12, S21, S13, S14, S22, S23, S24. Like that we have to take all values, calculate the all values as parameter. Then we have to compare theoretical values and practical values. Okay. Now we are going to do the practical. We have completed the practical session. Now we are going to do the observation. Thank you. Now coming to the observation, we have done the experiment in our lab. So we have taken the values from the experiment. We have connected the input at port 1. The input voltage is 20 millivolts. We got the voltage at port 2 0. We got voltage at port 3 is equals to 10 millivolts, and at port 3 we got 10 millivolts. After that we connected microwave source to port 2. The input is 20 millivolts. The port voltage at port 1 is equals to 0. The voltage at port 3 is equal to 10. The voltage is port 4 is equal to also 10. We have connected the microwave source to port 3. That is input is 20 millivolts. We got voltage at P1, that is port 1 is 10 millivolts, and port 2 voltage is 10 millivolts. At port 4 we got 0. I have connected the microwave source to apply to the given source at port 3, port 4. The input voltage is 20 millivolts. We got voltage at P1 is equals to 10, voltage at port 2 10 millivolts, and port 3 we got 0 millivolts. As we compared the earlier class, we observed that when we are connecting microwave source to P3, that is port 2, the power will be equally divided P1, P2. The P4 is equals to 0. As it is, we connected port to 4. We got P1 is equals to 10 and P2 is equals to 10. Okay, now we are going to derive the scattering matrix. Okay. As observing the S11 is equals to S2 is equal to 0. While the perfectly matched condition, we can take S11 value. So when we are applying input at port 1, we can't take output at port 1. So we can take it as 0. As this S22 is equals to 0. Okay. Here S1 is equals to input by output. At port 2 we got input output is 0 by 20 is equals to 0. As it is, S13 is equals to P1 by P3. The output input is 3, output is port 1. We got P1 is equals to 10 and input is 20. That is 10 by 20 is equals to 1 by 2. As this we got the IL values, we are going to substitute the values in scattering matrix. Okay. S11 is equals to 0, S12 is equals to 0, S13 is equals to, we got 1 by 2, S13 is equals to 1 by 2, S12 is equals to 0, S22 is equals to 0, S13 is equals to 1 by 2, here S14 is equals to 1 by 2, but here minus, so we minus 1 by 2. S13 is equals to 1 by 2. S1 is 0 is 0. S14 is equals to 1 by 2 minus S14. 0, 0. Okay, we got all values. Now we are going to compare the theoretical value and practical value. Here the typical value we got 0, 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2, 0, 0. Here we got 0, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 0, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 0, 0, 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, 0, 0. Okay, we have done the practical session and 3D section. We got practical values 0, 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. Got we have got 1 by root 2. That is approximately equal to 1 by root 2. So we successfully completed the
But I know that it is not possible.
Thank you very much.
But anyhow.